All right, we are going to work on our check your understanding, making equivalent fractions. We talked a little bit about the one, where with fractions, to make them equivalent, we have to multiply or divide by 1, which means we have to multiply or divide both the top and the bottom of the fraction by 1. So what we want to ask ourselves here is 1/3 times what in our 1 would give us 24. So 3 times what equals 24? 8 times 3 equals 24. We have to do the 8 on top. So 1 times 8 is 8/24, and 1/3 would be equivalent fractions. So now we head over here and we ask ourselves, we start with 4/10, and we are multiplying by our 1. 4 times what would be equal to 36? And 4 times 9 is equal to 36. So then we have to multiply the bottom by 6 also. By 9, which would give us 90. Then moving on here, our first fraction is 4/9, and we are going from 4 to 36, so we know that we are multiplying, so we're going up. And then we ask ourselves, what times what? So 4 times what equals 36? And again, it's 9. So we have to multiply 9 by 9, which is 81. So our equivalent fractions are 4/9 and 36/81. Then down here, our starting fraction is 1/2, and we are going up. So we know that we are multiplying. And then we ask ourselves, 1 times what equals 10? 1 times 10 equals 10, so we also have to multiply the bottom. So 2 times 10 is 20. So 1/2 is equivalent to 10/20. Our first fraction for number 4 is 5/8. We are going up, so I know that we are multiplying. So now we ask ourselves, 5 times what equals 15? 5 times 3 equals 15. And since we did the top, we also have to do the bottom. So 8 times 3 is 24. So our equivalent fractions are 5/8 is equivalent to 15/24. Then we have over here 4/8 times, because I know I'm going up. So 8 times what equals 64? And 8 times 8 equals 64. So we also have to multiply 4 times 8, which would be 32. So our equivalent fractions, 4/8 is equivalent to 32/64. For number 6, our first fraction is 4/6. And again, we're going up, so we are going to be multiplying. And I'll ask myself, what times 6 equals 42? And 7 times 6 equals 42. So then I also have to multiply the top by 7. So 4 times 7 is 28. So my equivalent fractions are 4/6 is equivalent to 28/42. Number 7, 4/6. We are going up, so we're multiplying. And so I'll ask myself, what times 6 equals 30? 5 times 6 equals 30, and since we multiplied the bottom by 5, we also have to multiply the top by 5. So 20/30 is equivalent to 4/6. Over here, our first fraction is 2. We are going up, so again, we are multiplying. So to ask myself, 1 times what equals 5? 1 times 5 equals 5. So since we did it to the top, we have to do it to the bottom. 2 times 5 is 10. So 1/2 is equivalent to 5/10. Then down below, 6/8, and we're multiplying because we're going up. So 6 times what equals 60? 6 times 10 equals 60. Since I did it at the top, I also have to do it to the bottom. So 8 times 10 is 80. So equivalent fraction, 6/8 is equivalent to 60/80ths. 1/3, and we're multiplying because we are going up. So I asked myself, what times 3 equals 15? And 5 times 3. So I also need to multiply the top of my fraction by 5. So 1 times 5 is 5. So my equivalent fractions, 1/3 is equivalent to 5/15. And then finally, for the top half of our page, since we are going up, we are multiplying by 1. And we're saying what times 4 equals 24? And that is 6. So since we multiplied the top by 6, we also have to multiply the bottom by 6, and also so that that equals 1. So 7 times 6 is 42. So 4/7 is equivalent to 24/42.